Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our daily NBA playoffs preview show that we've been doing with Troy West from allplayswin.com. We nailed the card yesterday, and we got two games tonight. Hopefully we can do it again. Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks so much for being back with us.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're still in the black for the NBA playoffs so far. Our series looked decent, minus the Toronto one, but so far a lot of success there. And hey, I've got a real good pick here for you guys today, and let's have some continued success, Pete. When you and I are on the same play, hey,
yeah,
magic happens.
Look out. When Troy and I are kind of really liking the same play, look out. Let's see if it happens today again. All right, Dallas at Houston is the first game. This is a tough one. This is definitely going to be a pass for me. Houston is a 7-point favorite. Total's way up there, 221.5 or 222. Houston's up 3-1. They've covered 3 out of the 4 games. 3 out of the 4 games have gone over. Obviously, it's been a high-scoring series, super high-scoring series, so I guess, gun to your head, you'd have to lean over, but there's no way I'd take it at 222. And Houston -7. Obviously, Houston still has the edge. Dallas made some roster changes in the last game, which paid dividends, but that was that for just that one game? Or are they going to be able to extend it out here and get a cover maybe? I don't know. This is a pass for me. What's your take on it, Troy?
Well, Pete, we are in disagreement today. This is my official play of the day. My official play of the day. I really like the Houston Rockets in this game. I think it was, I don't want to call it a fluke that Dallas got a game, but I think they were due to get a game. They got that game at home. I think things are going to change here back in Houston. Home court advantage is huge in Houston, Pete. This Houston team has really, in a lot of ways, dominated this series.
Sure.
I think Dallas, even though they showed enough pride to get a game in this series, too many issues going on with Parsons out, Rondo out. They don't have the depth. I think fatigue's going to actually set in for Dallas here. I expect James Harden to have a huge game. I like Houston even at that 7 mark. I think they get it done. They close out the series. I like them to win this game from about a 10 to 12-point margin. Houston's a pick for me. I think Dallas is going to fade out. That win was a good win, but fatigue will set in. This is a team with not a lot of depth, a lot of veterans on the team. Got to go with the Houston Rockets here.
Can't disagree with that at all. Again, Houston has covered 3 out of 4, and they did do that in the opening games of the series. I was just thinking, maybe 7's kind of a high total, and in light of how the last game went, maybe you want to stay away. But Troy West liking Houston -7, and that is how I would lean as well, though I'm probably going to pass on it as a bet, to be honest. And then we have the Spurs and the Clippers. I thought this might be the game that you would like. The Clippers right now are a 2-point favorite. The total's 204. Series is tied at 2-2. And the Clippers, sometimes they look great, sometimes they look awful. The Spurs are always well coached, always give a good effort. Which Clippers team is going to show up here? I don't know, but if the good Clippers team shows up, I think you have to assume that the Clips -2 is a great bet, and that's what I would assume here. The Spurs obviously have talent, but it's such a low spread. Clippers -2. They've beaten the Spurs, before. Quite easily. It could happen again. What do you think about Clippers -2?
Yeah, this is an interesting one, and I want to be on the Clippers. I really do. Like you said, Pete, so inconsistent. You look at them, they lose by 27 points, and they come back a couple of nights later and win by 9. It's just been kind of a circus out all series. The Clippers really could be up 3-1 if it weren't for a big Blake Griffin turnover. In the end, I do think the Clippers are the more athletic team. They probably do have the fresher legs, being as young as they are. You just can't count the Spurs out. That's kind of where it's at right now.
Exactly.
In the end, I do think the Clippers do win this game, but it's a tough call for me just because the Spurs have brought in, 2 different styles of basketball. They've lost, and then they've won by 27. It's been a tricky series, and so for that, it's a pass. But in the end, I think the Clippers will take this one at home.
Great points, Troy. You can't count the Spurs out ever. But, I did bet the Clippers -2, small or moderately, so that's going to be my pick for tonight. Troy West, though, liking Houston -7. Troy West, before we let you go, quickly just tell us how things are going at allplayswin.com right now.
Hey, thanks, Pete. I appreciate it. No, we've been doing outstanding, really starting to catch fire in baseball after a slower start. We've had 5 of the last 6 winning days. And, again, we've been really, really selective in the NBA. Actually, yesterday, none of the games ended up making our official card. So, come take these, the plays that we're giving out as leans. Official, obviously, on the SBR. But come take a look at allplayswin.com. I'm happy to throw you a 3-pick. It's the best customer service there is out there, Pete. We've got a great, great money management system as well.
That all sounds great, Troy. Thanks so much. Talk to you again tomorrow.